Good Friday morning to ya. Gay Lewis here. And I know it's not Christmas, it's really the fall of the year, and I've done a little bit of fall decorating. Maybe I'll show that to you another day. But I wanted to talk about a scripture that said something to me here the other day. I was reading from Luke, started reading Luke again, and Zechariah, it was his turn to go into the temple to make the sacrifices, and all of the people were in the courtyard waiting for him, and he didn't come out because he had a vision from an angel. An angel visited him, actually, and the angel says to Zechariah, this is Luke 1:13, Zechariah, your prayer has been heard. Your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you are to give him the name John. Well, now, Zechariah is very old, and so is his wife, and they're past childbearing time. So this is quite an unusual event. But notice what the angel said, your prayer has been heard. Now, I wondered, Zechariah, you're an old guy, you know your wife is an old lady, and are you in the temple right now praying for a baby, praying for a son? Or was that some prayer you prayed long ago and then age caught up with you and you just stopped praying about it? And God is answering it now in a positive way. Your wife's going to have a baby. You're going to have a son. It took a long time for that prayer to be answered. And like the angel Gabriel later tells the Virgin Mary, with God, all things possible. Nothing is impossible with God. So Zechariah, Elizabeth, you're going to have a baby. Sometimes we don't know what prayer is going to be answered at what time. And it might take a long time. Maybe it's a prayer we even forgot we prayed. Maybe we stopped praying it because we didn't think it would happen. It was past the time for it to happen. We were too old for it to happen, too sick for it to happen, too depressed, too poor. All kinds of things would make us stop praying that prayer, but God hears it, and he decides when he's going to answer it. And he does say no sometimes, like with the Apostle Paul. The Apostle Paul said, please take this thorn in my flesh away from me, and God said 3 times, nope. My grace is sufficient for you. And so the Apostle Paul quit praying that. He got the answer no, and he stopped praying because he knew the answer already. And sometimes God does say no. Sometimes he says wait, like he did with Zechariah. Of course, Zechariah didn't know he was saying wait. Wait till you're an old man. Who would have figured that, right? So God does hear, and he answers in his own time. And we must remember that with him, all things are possible. So keep praying unless, like with the Apostle Paul, he says, no, my grace is sufficient for you. And then you accept that and can go on. But maybe you'll be like Zechariah, your prayer answered at an unimaginable time, an amazing time, and you're shocked, like Zechariah was. In fact, he was so shocked, he said, well, give me a sign. How can I know this is going to happen? This is going to really take place. I mean, I'm really old here. And the angel said, okay, since you didn't believe me, you won't be able to speak until after the baby is born. So when he went out of into the courtyard in the temple, people were surprised. He'd been in there a long time, and he couldn't talk to them. In fact, he didn't talk until the baby was born, and people were saying, what are we going to name him? What do you want to name him? Let's name him after Zechariah. And Zechariah says, no, give me a writing tablet. He made motions with his hands, you know, and he wrote the name. His name is John. And then he was able to speak, just like Zechariah, just like the angel had told him. Let's don't give up, folks. Let's keep praying. Now, I do not want a baby in my older years, and I haven't prayed for one. But I know there are a lot of ladies who are praying for a baby, and they think that maybe it's too late. You never know. You just never know. Keep the faith. Keep praying. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.